Alright, welcome back. In this video series, I'm going to be motorizing this BMX bike here. This is a 20-inch frame with 20-inch wheels, and I'm going to be using this little engine here. It's a 98cc. This bike has suspension both in the front and in the rear. The wheels are a mag style wheels, although there's no magnesium in these wheels. They're plastic. And this is the stuff I'm going to be using. You can kill two birds with one stone. I love using these because they move on both directions, and so you can align the engine and the sprocket, and you can tension the engine at the same time. So you kill two birds with one stone with the mounting plate adapter. And like I said, you're going to need a jack shaft or sprocket. At least the clutch is going to hang off the side of the engine about 4 inches, and it's not going to line up with the wheel. So you do need a jack shaft to align it with the wheel. You get the benefits of messing with the ratio. If you want to go faster, it's just a quick little sprocket change and you can go a little faster or a little slower. And yes, I did rip this engine off of my four-wheeled bike here. I'm going to need all the components to make this possible, so I had to take everything off of it. Anyways, I'm going to be mounting this engine in the rear because there is no room in the center, and I don't want to mount it in the front because then that just makes the front a little heavy with steering. You're adding about 20 pounds or so in the front. So with that said, let's get started. Alright, so I got the rear wheel kind of cleaned up. I just use regular degreaser on it. It still looks kind of bad, but it did go and strip out the mongoose green lettering. That wasn't intentional, but I am using a different freewheel on this. I got the original freewheel, but this one's a lot larger. I say a lot larger, it's just a little larger. So I'm using a smaller freewheel back here. This one seems like it's smaller, it seems a little bit more durable and higher quality. Besides, there ain't no going back to the original freewheel. I didn't want to have to go and beat on it with a sledgehammer, just try to take it off. This one's nice because I got a special tool that I can just unscrew it real easy. Okay, so this is the general format of how it's going to look. I got half-inch spacers on either side. The reason why is because this bike was a multi-speed, not this wheel, but the bike and the wheels that were on it before had a 7-speed on the rear. So that's why the rear is a little bit wider back here, which is good for me because BMX bikes are not wide back here, which makes things difficult because when you go to wrap the sprocket around and wrap the chain around, it's usually hitting the frame back here, either the upper or lower piece of the frame in the rear. Maybe sometime in the future I'll put this on because I'm going to need a derailleur for this, and I don't have a derailleur. The one that was on it was destroyed, so just for now, temporary use, I'm just going to use this single speed freewheel. Probably wear some gloves. Somehow my back wheel got a little loose. So I have this piece at 50 degrees. So I want to try to match the angle on this side. This side was about 49 degrees. I'm just going to make it easy and just make it 50 degrees on this side so I get a like kind of like a nice V-shaped. I already marked it. I'm gonna cut it, weld a piece of pipe, bend it. Well, the pipe that I just bent, I'm just gonna put it there and weld it in place. Originally, I was gonna try to match the angle on this seat post. The seat post is like 66 degrees, and that would have brought it in a little too close. So the engine would sit right about there where your seat was at, which means you can't adjust your seat height, or you can't go any higher on this seat because then you'll hit the gas tank on the engine. See, this one fits. Yeah, this side I'm off. You see I'm off just by a little bit. Damn. Okay, so I got almost everything done. I just got to get the rear caliper on. And this was the rear caliper. I went with this disc brake, but I'm going to go ahead and use this caliper here, only because this weird bracket here, there's just no way I can really mount it. And it's aluminum, so I can't weld that to the frame. I can't even get it in because the bolts will hit the frame here. So even if I went under here, then you just have a weird protruding piece of metal here. With this bracket piece, it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. So I switched over to this piece here, and this one actually fits on perfectly. I can weld it on like that. This bracket goes on a disc brake for a little scooter. That little disc brake down there. That rotor is a little thinner too. I think that's like 1.9 millimeters, where I think that's like 2 point something. So everything should be good. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this tacked on. What's cool about this caliper is it actually self-aligns. See, it actually moves. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, this is where I'm at right now. I have the back end all tacked up. I use 3/4 inch pipe for this piece here, 1/2 inch pipe here and here. This part was kind of tricky because I had to offset this so the engine can sit offset, so it could sit off to the side, so that way the jack shaft would sit right under here and it won't touch the wheel. So I had to push this to the side, which means this piece here was kind of awkward. If you look at it like this, yeah, it looks awkward, but from the side, you don't really notice it from either side. I just have it tacked right now, so I just got to go in and re-weld, clean up the welds, grind off all this flux, all this splatter, get all that off. Clean the edges up, get rid of all these sharp edges here. I gotta go in and grind these smooth, kind of like this right here. This is the only areas that have the sharp edges, these square pieces. But anyways, I want to call it for this part. This is part 1, so part 2 I will have that all cleaned up and painted, get my crank on, and deal with the engine and jack shaft, sprocket alignment, and all that fun stuff. And hopefully I can ride this in the part 2. So see you in the next one.